And the second part of that question, to, to describe my career right now in one word, I would say a rocket ship.
Quisiera yo felicitarlo por todo este amplio trayecto que has hecho. También le agradecemos a Pierre Patrick por esta oportunidad. Yo quisiera empezar por una escena que tú obtuviste hace un año ya, que se llama A Holiday Chance, que trata sobre una historia locada, sobre oportunidades y todo. ¿Qué experiencia le deja este debut?
What experience led your scene in A Holiday Chance? We know that this is your debut, so it will be great to remember it. So tell us about it.
Yeah, that was my first credit on IMDb. And that was coming off of my days of working on Babylon. So that was an interesting set to jump on. And yeah, it was just a day in downtown, and it was fun. It was a cool couple scenes, and that was it. That was the extent of that.
John dice que eso fue justo cuando estaba grabando Babylon y que tuvo que como que saltar de un set al otro, que fue algo genial, digamos como un cambio. Yo creo que sería bueno que le preguntes por lo que tú deseas preguntarle o qué deseas preguntarle.
Bueno, antes de Babylon, bueno, es que hay características importantes, por ejemplo, eh, hay un corto que me pareció muy hermoso, que es algo muy distinto, que espero que también puedas hacer lo que se llama Hotel Close. Entonces, esta particularidad de corto es algo distinto, entonces deseas que experimentar más adelante este tipo de historias.
Saying to John that write down the name of the short film that he told me. Okay. Yeah, man. Before we talk about Babylon, you participate in Other Up Close. Do you want to keep participating on short films? How was your experience in this short film? I don't know. Tell us more because in this channel we really love the short format. Man.
Oh, right, Hotter Up Close. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Yeah, so when I got attached to that project, it was after they filmed most of it. It was pretty much all done. But they needed some inserts and some green screen work, which was cool. That was my first time doing green screen work. And it was a very warm and welcoming environment. Like the director invited me to the screening, and that was cool to go to the premiere of that. And it was a great experience, really.
Ya se habían grabado las escenas, pero se necesitaron hacer unos insertos. Fue la primera vez que Tony trabajó con una pantalla verde. Digamos que fue una bienvenida muy cálida para, digamos, terminar este tipo de proyecto.
Wow, eso es increíble, man. Y no solo eso, ahora sí con Babylon. Es que, man, hay algo que sí tengo muchas preguntas. Money question, que es algo que, primero, yo quiero comenzar en preguntarle. Yo sé que esta historia habla sobre la excentricidad de Hollywood, pero yo quisiera preguntarle sobre cómo quieres ver Hollywood más adelante, en tu futuro. ¿Cómo quieres que de pronto sea encaminado la mayoría de tus personajes? Yo sé que no todos se decían, pero ¿cómo quieres que de pronto sea Hollywood para ti?
Now we start with Babylon, and John got many questions, but it's his favorite movie of this year. And yes, man, his idol, Brad Pitt appears here, and of course, you, Margot Robbie. But man, we know that this movie deals with the eccentricities of Hollywood, and we know that Damien is a genius. How do you? We know that as an actor, you don't decide the things. If I'm wrong, correct me. But how do you wanna keep participating in Hollywood? The question is more about because we know that it's a wild ride. So how do you see yourself in the future Hollywood projects? You wanna keep continuing with crazy Hollywood projects or more like independent films? I don't know. How do you see yourself?
I see myself following the projects that I believe in and working with people that I believe in as well, and having like a solid network of people I work with. And I think that decides what kind of projects I go into, whether it's indie or bigger Hollywood films. I'll just follow the story that speaks to me.
I need to know it because for myself and for another friend on the channel, Damien Chazelle is my favorite director in this new way of new breed, we can say, of directors of Hollywood. I was working with him, man, because he started, doing independence and works in the university. And now he's making, and I hope in the next year in the Oscars, this movie really blows it out, man.
Yes. um, yeah, it was fun to work on. And one thing I noticed really quick is that Damien isn't afraid to go take after take and after take just to get the right shot. Because in this film there were so many variables, so many background actors and moving parts, and you just have to get everything so right. And there's a musicality about it, and I really respect his attention to detail.
El camino que él quiere tomar es como el que está tomando John. Sean grandes películas o en cine independiente, digamos que Anthony va por buen camino y John, tuve que preguntarle cómo fue trabajar con Damien. Damien no es una persona que no le da miedo repetir tomas.
No.
Y tú sí te das cuenta, y obviamente en todas sus películas, él tiene una musicalidad en eso. O sea, digamos que es un director bastante exigente. Continúa, John. Sé que tiene más preguntas. Aprovecha.
Bueno, yo sé que en Babylon, no sé si tuviste una experiencia más, o sea, de pronto alguna anécdota con Brad Pitt, pero no solo eso. ¿Cuál es tu rol soñado referente a después de que Babylon es un éxito y que está, por ejemplo, nominada? Pero, ¿cómo ves tu rol soñado? Y también, o sea, ¿cómo defines tu trabajo?
We know that after Babylon, many words will come out. In fact, if you want to tell us about something we can know, you're welcome. But how is your dream role, man? How is that word that you want to say, oh, I want to work with this director or do this kind of project, man?
What would my dream role be?
Yes.
I find myself gravitating towards like damaged characters and dramas, or some type of heartbreak. Like a movie that keeps popping up in my head is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey. And I don't know, something like that's heavy. It just sounds fun and challenging to play. So something like that would be my dream role.
An amazing choice, by the way. John dice que quiere hacer roles donde haya personajes destruidos. Dice que, pues obviamente, su rol soñado sería algo así como Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Eterno Resplandor de una mente sin recuerdos. Y ese sería, digamos, como el camino a seguir para Anthony.
Wow, man, eso es increíble. Man, aparte de hablar un poco de Babylon, hay proyectos en futuro. Está, por ejemplo, la de Lights Out, que está Skodakin, que está Frank Grillo y todo, pero ¿qué nos espera de esta? Bueno, está en postproducción, pero ¿qué hay avances? Y también, si estarás en el proyecto de Balear, porque Balear ha sufrido algunos cambios de que si sí o no, ¿qué opinión tienes sobre ello?
We know that you will appear in one project, one of the idols on the channel that is Scott Atkins and also Frank Grillo. If you can, we know that is in post production, but if you can tell us something about the project, go ahead. But also, we know that Bad Liars is having some trouble, but is everything okay with this production with Lights Out and Bad Liars?
I personally haven't heard anything from Lights Out. That I hope whatever challenges they have, they sort them out. I wish them the best. Just my work is done on that project. As far as Bad Liar, I actually just signed the contract for that like a week or two ago. So it seems good on my end. And I got a text from my agent, Pierre, about getting talking about wardrobe and things like that. So that's good.
Before I translate, send a big hi to Pierre. He's a friend of the channel. And I will translate. John, thank you. Ya le pedí un saludo a Pierre, porque él dice que sí, John, de hecho ya con Pierre ya se firmó el contrato para Bad Liars, ya incluso está haciendo las pruebas de vestuario. Sí, o sea, todo bien. Aquí es, digamos, lo complicado. Yes, John says great that Bad Liars is going in a good way. I continue translating. Dice que de Lights Out no se ha sabido nada, pero que él ya grabó sus escenas. Habrá que esperar.
Habrá que esperar. Y no solo eso. ¿Sabe que hay una curiosidad? Uno de los mejores cortometrajes del 2000 hasta el 2009 es My Confession de Jeffrey Kahn. Y Jeffrey Kahn lo dirigirá él en una nueva producción que se llama Candy Fly. Man, estoy muy hypeado sobre eso. O sea, ¿cuál es la trama verdadera de eso? ¿Cuál es la historia?
Okay, man. In this channel, we love short films, and we love the world of Jeffrey Kahn, and we know you appear on Candy Fleet. Man, we are so hyped out. What can you tell us about this?
That was fun. The scenes we shot were party scenes, and they felt it's interesting because it was a lot of fun at first in the first part of the day. Then at nighttime it just got so cold, and we're doing pool scenes where we're in and out of the water. So it was just such a cold night, but we got through it. There was great people around, good energy, and we got the job done.
Man, and in fact, this question has nothing to do with it, but how is it going? Because we had read on the and see on the news that it's really cold now in the States. How are you? How are the people? Because we see that now the weather is so terrible with the cold. Is everything fine, man? You wanna know?
I'm fine with the weather. Like I don't mind the cold. I don't mind a little rain. Yeah. So I'm enjoying it.
And before I translate, how was the temperature when you were recording Candy Fleet? So we can imagine how was that shooting at night in the pool.
I mean, just being in the cold was probably fine on its own, but being wet, it probably felt like 30 degrees. I don't know. It was pretty cold, and we're like wearing nothing because it's a party scene.
Well, everything comes out right. I think because Jeffrey Khan is one of the idols in this channel, man. My Confession is one of the best short films of the history. So we are happy that he continued doing short films, and also that you appear in one of them. Jhon, fueron escenas de, digamos, pongámoslo así, una fiesta. Yo sé que a ti te gustan ese tipo de escenas. Jhon, 13 grados centígrados, en el frío, en la piscina, imagínate. Le pregunto obviamente que cómo está ahorita, porque pues sabemos de las noticias que están ahorita con el clima, dice que todo está bien, que no hay problema, pero lo bueno es que Jeffrey Khan sigue trabajando y en grande.
Man, estilazo, es un estilazo, o sea, es increíble cómo se maneja el neón en esa historia, bueno, en ese videoclip musical.
You appear in a video in Marshmallow. We know that this video got so many style, man. So the question is not only about the video, but do you want to participate in more projects with neon lights, man?
It was crazy. It was definitely an experience I'll remember. I'll tell you right now, I had no idea what was going to happen when I got there. I just knew I got hired as a Hispanic son, and that's it. I show up to set, I bring my wardrobe, and they're like, all right, cool, looks good. You're ready. Just relax. Do you want to see what you're wearing later? And I'm like, sure, why not? And I see the rack, and you saw the video. It's just nothing. It's just blue and just nothing. And I was just like, I'm here. Like, let's do it. I like doing things I've never done before, and that was definitely one of them.
Jhon, pues imagínate, él llegó con su vestuario y de repente le dijeron, bueno, pero estate listo para tu siguiente vestuario, y pues tú viste el video, ¿no? Pero él dice que fue una locura porque él dice que está listo para cualquier reto que tenga. Y fue un buen video, de hecho.
Buen video, good video, man.
Gracias.
No, yo de nada.
Yo estoy curioso en preguntarle sobre, bueno, dijiste tu rol soñado, pero ¿cuál es el dueto actoral o de pronto experiencia con una actriz? Yo sé que tuviste a Margot Robbie, es una gran actriz, pero por favor dígame, ¿cuál es de pronto su actuación soñada junto con un actor? Y, hombre, no sé, pero yo lo veo a usted ganándose un Emmy, man.
Okay, Jhon, say something great. We know that you tell us about your dream role, like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. But man, there is like a dream tandem. I know you acted alongside Margot Robbie, a goddess, but there is like an actor and actress that I really want to act with him. By the way, Jhon, and not only Jhon, myself, we see you winning an Emmy, man. But we know that the awards mean nothing, but man, we know that your career will, like we always say, after this interview, man, it will be difficult to reach out. I hope Pierre asks where the calls come from, Jhon. But yeah, man, tell us what will be like your dream partner in crime. No, in acting, sorry, in a movie.
Sure. Tom Hardy, definitely. It would seem like such a challenge to step in a room on a set with him and work. That just sounds crazy, and I would love to do that.
Jhon, I will ask something to Jhon. Jhon, aquí tuvimos a alguien de Lowless, ¿cierto? ¿A quién?
Liu
A nuestro
Temple,
amigo, a Liu Temple y a nuestro amigo,
Ricky Muse.
claro, man, it will be great because we got people that work with Tom Hardy on Lawless, the amazing Liu Temple, that I always say John that invite him back. John invita a nuevo Liu Temple, siempre te molestaré. And Ricky Muse, but man, we hope that you will be the next person that be in the channel that work with Tom Hardy, man.
I hope so too, man.
Y no
John,
solo
tiene
eso,
que ser el próximo.
yo sé que es una locura lo que voy a decir, pero men, Tom Hardy se lució en leyenda, en Legend. O sea, ¿le gustaría un rol así de ese estilo? Doble rol, doble faceta.
Man, we know that Tom Hardy really did a great role on Legend. Do you want a role like that? Like doing two characters, man? I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. Yeah, why not? It just sounds like another big challenge out there to do, and that sounds like fun if given the opportunity.
Sí, que sí, John, que eso sería una buena oportunidad y claro, ¿no? Yo lo veo en eso. No sé tú.
Claro. Bueno, me surgen dos preguntas para culminar y es, primero, ¿le gustaría alguna vez poder experimentar lo que es de pronto una gira cuando esté en un apogeo grande de tu película, venir a Colombia, venir a Latinoamérica, para, no sé, promocionar? Cuenta con nosotros sobre eso. Y también, ¿cómo defines su trabajo hasta ahora en una palabra? ¿Qué te proyectas a futuro?
John got two final questions, but I will sum it up in one. The first one, I know it's an obvious answer, but yeah, man, do you see yourself doing like a tour on a movie and coming here to Colombia? In fact, you are most welcome. But the real last question is, define your career right now in one word.
Whoa, that's a tall order. I'll answer the first part. Yes, of course, I would love to travel and tour to Colombia and check it out. My Instagram following, second to US, is the Latin American countries. So, and I'm from Mexico, and I have other family down there. So it'd be nice to travel Latin America if given the opportunity, especially to talk about a movie if that ever comes up. And the second part of that question, to describe my career right now in one word, I would say a rocket ship. And let me explain. A rocket ship, it's going up, right? And it doesn't stop midway. It just has to break through. It has to. And I'm giving myself no choice in, I have to break through. I have to just do my thing, work on projects I love and work with people I love. And I'm just not going to stop.
John dice que sí. De hecho, aquí un saludo a nuestro amigo César. Él en parte es mexicano, entonces obviamente estar en Latinoamérica sería genial, sería como estar en casa. Y dice que su carrera la define como un cohete. ¿Por qué? Porque sabes que un cohete no puede detenerse. Tiene que seguir subiendo. Entonces él siente que tiene que continuar.
Oh, man. Bravo, bravo.
Bravo.
Anthony. Bueno, te coden. Hombre, este es tu espacio para que diga tus redes sociales. Un saludo para Colombia. Saludo al canal. Y bueno, go ahead.
Man, the camera is yours to give your social media so people can follow you, send a bit hype to Colombia, to Mexico. In fact, we got a friend from Mexico, Cesar, he's part of the channel. And wherever you want, and there is a project that you want people to stay or invite people to watch Babylon somehow. No, the camera is yours, man.
Yeah, I am Anthony is Garcia. That is Anthony I.S. Garcia on most social media, Instagram, Twitter. I'm mainly on Instagram. Definitely check out Babylon. It's my favorite movie for sure. I love that. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. Just spread peace and love.
I need to watch Babylon, but it's also the favorite movie of this year for John. ¿Cierto, John? Babylon es su película favorita, ¿no?
No sé, se ha considerado ya mi favorita solo porque es un elencazo y además está mi ídolo ahí. Si alguna vez ves a mi ídolo, que me envíe saludos.
Man, John is right, and it's truthful. Yes, Babylon, not only for the world, the whole cast, but man, no, John is right. His idol Brad Pitt is there, so you can say hi to Brad. Go ahead. No, in fact, the dream for John is always someday to interview him, and I know he will be here someday. Why not? But man, no, thank you so much for being here. A bit hi to Pierre also for another
Oh,
channel.
sí. Thank you, Pierre.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you guys.
No, you're welcome.
Es un honor,
Gracias
man.
a ti. Es un honor, es un honor.
Buenas
We can
noches.
call you, we can call you carnal, like Mexico. Qué bien, carnal.
Yeah, carnal.
Y parcero, parcero en Colombia. Parcero is carnal en Colombia.
Parcero.
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 Parcero,
Okay.
carnal. Sí,
Ah,
ok.
yeah. God
Todo
bless
bien,
you, man.
parcero.
Bye,
God
bye.
bless you, man.
Bye.
Chao.